right. Swords of Sovereignty from the By the Edge of the Sword series. This is the Battle of Ortingen. This is the year 1288. This is, even more specifically, this is an army under Siegfried. Here, Siegfried, yeah, he's got the off-white or cream, no, it's not even cream, light tan color, and he faces an army under John the First, who has the white forces on this side. All right. Now I see, by the way, now I see why this is the best. And I hope I'm not missing some other series, but I think Middle Ages battle series, now I see why this is the best. Yeah, I just don't know any other contender. All right, so we are ready for Siegfried's. So even though Siegfried is the army commander, he's also a banner leader. He has this white shield with a black cross. That's his shield right there. So these are all of his units. This one, this one, this one. That's discouraged. Yeah, think of discouraged as like demoralized. So discouraged, although I like the word discouraged. Here he's got some mounted men-at-arms. He's got some dismounted men-at-arms. This is not his. This discouraged unit belongs to Renault up here, and this unit belongs to this one, Adolphe there. All right. So Siegfried. Let's see. So in order, you have 5 steps that you do each banner activation in. First, you're going to move the leader and his in-command units. Siegfried's going to stay up here on the high ground. I'm still going to move him last, but yeah, I'm still going to move him last. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the mounted men-at-arms 1, 2, get him up here basically to face off against these units, these knights up there. This dismounted men-at-arms, let's see, Siegfried's here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These dismounted men-at-arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, are going to move right over here. Still up on the high ground, this rise here. This is turn for 1, 2. This is 1, 2, turning one face but in an enemy's front hex. That's that one right there. So it costs 2 or double, basically. All right. So that is movement of. Oh, and finally, well, you know, I guess I'll leave Siegfried like that. Before I close that gap, I was going to turn him one to the left to face this way. But actually, now that the dismounted men-at-arms moved up, Siegfried will stay facing that way. Which, by the way, where's the north? Where's the compass arrow? The compass arrow is where? Okay, yeah, compass arrow is on that corner of the map, and that way is north. So Siegfried will continue facing north, or I guess it'd be kind of north by northwest. But anyways, second step is ranged fire, which you don't have in this battle. Then we do declare melees. This is obviously the melee right here. I'm going to mark the. I guess I'll mark the. The enemy who will be meleeed. That is it. And then we go to resolution of melees, charges first. All right, and then we go to movement of non-commanded units or out of command units. Let's do this melee. I'm not going to include the discouraged unit here. I should say it. Melee is never mandatory, and I do believe when I say it's never mandatory, that includes. Just because these two guys are going to melee the enemy does not mean that then all units adjacent to this enemy have to melee it. I think that this unit can just stay out. The battle scale here is larger than I used to think, or the scale is larger than I thought when I first started way in the beginning. It's just pretty large scale, but anyways. Large scale means that this unit really isn't right next to the enemy, basically. Yeah. So they need to rally first. Okay. So it's dismounted men-at-arms, and then these mounted men-at-arms who are fatigued. All right, so we have the 4 factors for what do you call it, for this one does not apply. That only applies to charges. Okay. 4 factors for the die roll modifiers, and then the table. There's a table of modifiers. So we will go with terrain first. Terrain is all open, so there's nothing for terrain. Then we go with unit quality. We've got 4 on one side, 4 for the attacker, 6 for the defender, so that's a deficit, so that's -1, so we're back down to 0. 3 points, strength points are attacking 4, so that's rounded down to 1 to 2, which is 0, no change. Then we go to unit types, HA. We have HA on the attacker side, which is mounted men-at-arms, or men-at-arms against knights, so that is 0, so there's still no change. John the First has a bonus of 2, so that's -2. Now we're down to -2. I think that's it. That is it. So when I'm looking here, I should have tried to outflank. The enemy. Maybe I should have just moved Siegfried in to. Yeah, I probably should have actually. I probably should have. -2. That is not good. I'm gonna have to roll very high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 7. -2 is 5. That's not too bad. So the defender has to retreat. That's it though. Just retreat. Yeah. Now the attackers are fatigued. A fatigue result against a unit that's already fatigued is no change. And then obligatory advance. I can choose between the attackers. You know, I wonder if I could. No, I can't. I cannot advance more than 1 unit. I certainly cannot exceed stacking limits. Yeah, I think that's it. Obligatory advance, and that is it. So that is melee. That is that melee. Melee marker. Yeah, I should have brought Siegfried down with his knights. Then I would have flanked. Plus, I would have had Siegfried's bonus of 1, and I would have had a whole 3 extra strength points, which would have given me a +1 there. So Siegfried with the extra strength point would have negated the -2, so then it would have been at 0. Then I would be flanking. So that would be +2. So instead of -2, I would have been +2. I rolled a 7. Instead of a 5, it would have been a 9. Then it would have been a fatigue. Then the defender would have been fatigued and retreated, and the attackers would have had an obligatory advance. You know what? I still really needed more. So maybe I should have had these guys come in on the flank too. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other factors. I guess that really is a strong defender, is what it comes down to. So now we would move. Out of command units. I don't think Siegfried has any out of command units. You know, I need to remember that. I completely overlooked the fact that Siegfried has this knight unit way up here. I mentioned that before, but I forgot during this activation.